Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Tulane Green Wave and the TCU Horned Frogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Horned Frogs head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered each and every week. We see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15. They are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So TCU's offense who will have the football first. Now let's take a look at Marquise Davis. He made it to the end zone 4 times in their victory last time out while picking up more than 100 yards. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Westbrook. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Offense set on first down. Quick give. It's Davis. He's past the marker. On the move at the 30. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And they're not on the same page there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Westbrook on the move. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Right on the money, and he makes the grab of the end zone.
And they talked about it coming into this game, guys. They were going to be aggressive. They had an opportunity. Could have kicked a field goal? Absolutely not. Hammer down. They stay aggressive, and they strike first in this football game.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Pass to 6. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Green Wave picked up a fresh set of downs through the air. Let's see if they go right back to it. Pulls it on the option. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Tries to do it himself. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Moving the pocket, it's Westbrook. Looking down the middle. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Straight ahead, it's Davis. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Running inside, it's Davis. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Moves the pocket, it's Westbrook. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. Snaps on fourth down. Throwing right. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Motion from the back. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Nice grab in traffic. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Out wide right, it's Thurman. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A low-line drive and not his best work. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Fresh set of downs going up top. On target. Makes the grab, but down immediately. He picks up a few. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hits inside. It's Davis. Enough to move the chains. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Flush to the left. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Second and long here. Looking for the edge. Keeps it on the option. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff again. Breaks the tackle. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Field goal is good. That brings him to within 1.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Hands it off. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hands it off on the counter. Powers through the defender. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Powers inside. Uh-oh, look out. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Sets his feet. It's Westbrook. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads it left. It's dropped after taking the hit. Let's take a minute and think about Tulane. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Takes off. Quarterback gets past the marker. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, and get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get rid.
He wants to go deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Westbrook. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working on the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Could not make his way to the corner. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Horned Frogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running the red zone. It's Davis. Can't get him to the ground. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're all over him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, running back gets to give. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the number 20 team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's Mississippi State engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside Amon G. Carter Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. A run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Makes the grab in their space. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tulane. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. Got his man out of the backfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, when the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. First play of this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Nowhere to go. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. Fires left. Complete downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for the edge, it's Davis. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Right back to the well. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Davis. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Pulls it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this this offense runs the option, they didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to squeak through the pile. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll move the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Westbrook. Dumps it to the back. Left side, it's Davis. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Horned Frogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw one first. Extending the play. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. The run inside, it's Davis. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Horned Frogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. The easy way to convert on 3rd down, the penalty moves the sticks. Fights off a defender. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the draw, it's Davis. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And it's perfect. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. On the option. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Turns it upfield. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 40. Breaks into the open. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. They'll give it on the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll run him again. Maybe a crease. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Daniels. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Right side, it's Kane. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. And the Horned Frogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The option, he'll keep it. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Keeping his eyes downfield. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop. Got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Rush is on. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Drops back on first down. Gets away from one. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.